everyone. Thank you very much for coming. This is the 6th grade band, and this is the first time ever that we have had a 6th grade only band. Let's give them a round of applause for that great first piece. If you've been to any of our concerts in the past few years, we've been talking about the growing size of the middle school band and how this has been part of a much larger multi-year project of growing the instrumental program, and there's been so much hard work from people at every grade level, staff and buildings and administration and teachers, and we've hit a breaking point this year where we started the year with the normal routine with passing out the music to everyone and planning to do a 6, 7, and 8, and it just became very quickly apparent that both for numbers and just the idea of like this 6th grade band is its own entity that we needed to change midstream. So we've had less preparation time than usual because I think it was maybe mid-October we decided we just need to be our own band. We're sounding great, we need to have stuff that's the right curriculum just for us in 6th grade, so we're thinking to the future how we're preparing, not just trying to play with 8th graders if that's not the right thing to do. And so they've learned this music very quickly. I mean, normally we would be working on it since the beginning of September. And it was really mid-October, late October that they started doing this, and they've really done a fantastic job, so I want to applaud their efforts. T-Rex was, didn't really fit a theme of anything that we were doing. It was just a piece that the kids really liked, and so I wanted to add that to the program, trying to give them a say in what we're playing. I passed out a few things and see what they gravitate towards and what they really like. This was a piece that they really enjoyed. One of the big focuses when we start 6th grade, and it's great now that we have the 6th grade band performing as its own ensemble, is just this transition to everyone coming together from their individual, from each of the 5 elementary schools where they've been in small groups, and even if they've done youth bands, they have older kids in there helping them as mentors. So this is like, we are now coming together from all different places, and we're learning how to work together, and we're learning what it means to work together. And so we're looking for music that allowed us to focus on those things. A lot of times it's like, well, what key signature are you working on, or what time signature are you working on? Which is all important, but I find that we learn those things faster after we've learned how to be a band together. So we've really put a lot of focus on that, and they've done an incredible job. We're sounding fantastic tonight. Let's keep it going, guys. This Hanukkah piece is actually a lot harder than it seems when you pull it off. They just nailed it. Good job, guys. I think one of the big things that we learn by playing music, and it's really great as we come together for the first time as sixth graders coming from a lot of different schools and learning how to do the middle school thing, is that we really had to learn how to listen across the group. People were doing things that were exactly the opposite. Some people were going 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. And other people were going 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And other people had the melody, dun 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 dee dun. And getting these three things to line up is not easy at all. And so like learning how to listen and execute your part and listen to other people and put all that together, so that was a big skill and we just pulled that off. Great job. Our last number is Twinkle Little Christmas Star. Thank you for being a great audience for the sixth grade band, and we hope that you'll stay and listen to the orchestra. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Luke Miller, the orchestra director here at MVMMS. That piece, Airborne Heroes, that you just heard, was a piece the middle school orchestra prepared for the Veterans Day Assembly earlier this fall, and I always feel it's a nice chance to share that with parents who generally don't get to be at that assembly. Now we're going to be moving on to a few holiday selections, starting with Hanukkah dances. Can we have one more hand? We had Caleb Barnes stepping back to the piano on that one, his primary instrument. Now coming back to cello. This next piece is going to be featuring just our 7th and 8th graders. This has been a stretch and a challenge piece to work on and study different finger patterns and key signatures and extended techniques such as glissandos and tremolos and all kinds of fun string stuff. So we hope you enjoy Deep Sea Fandango. We have one, or should I say, one final piece we have. This last piece on our program here is Frosty. We will have a short intermission after the middle school orchestra, but please stick around for the 7th and 8th grade band performing after the intermission. Feel free to head out to the lobby for the visit the bake sale and come on back in for some more great music. Thank you so much for coming and happy holidays.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to our final portion of the show. This was our 7th and 8th grade band. Again, it's the first time we're having just the 7th and 8th grade together. So we're able to shift a little bit the goals that we have, just the 2 older grades, and they've been doing a great job. The harder part about doing this is, as always, that we get very, very little time to bring it all together. So there's a lot of focus on learning how to do what we're doing individually and then what we're doing in our class, and then how to bring it together on a very short timetable, which is a major skill for us, and they've been doing a great job. We are going to transition to an 8th grade only piece. It's something that we do when requested, and this group of 8th graders really had a very busy fall. We had a lot of kids doing the high school marching band, and it was a fantastic season. We got to go to Gillette because our football team is amazing, and they were undefeated and won the Super Bowl, so we had some great experiences. Yeah, give them a round of applause for the football team. I think it's a really special environment when we have strong athletic programs, strong music programs, strong academics. I feel like I was lucky to go to schools that had these things. I went to the University of Connecticut. I was just back there this weekend, which was fun for me, and it was very much that way when I played in the athletic bands. I did all of the orchestra and the wind ensemble, but we'd travel with the basketball team, and they really treated us in a very welcoming way, that when they would win the national championship, they'd come over and conduct us. It was a very fun environment. It's something we try to cultivate here, that the kids can do many things. We have athletes, we have actors and drama people, music people, and I think that's a great environment that we try to nurture. So I'd like to have the kids who are in marching bands this fall stand up and be recognized for your great work in marching bands. Marching band members. And our 8th grade only piece that was selected by the 8th graders, which I meant to mention, this is the hardest piece we've ever played in 8th grade, period. One of the things that Dr. Best and I talked about when he started was trying to find ways to challenge the students, and what ways that we could look at. So I wanted to give them a chance to pick a piece, and it would be difficult. So the pieces are graded, but the way I picked them. So a youth band would play a piece that's like a grade half, and our high school band would try to play a grade 5 as like a stretch piece. Like the all-state band would play a grade 6. So a grade 3 is typically like an easier high school piece and a difficult middle school piece, and so this is our first ever grade 3 piece in the middle school bands. Let's wish them luck. Yeah, they worked very, very hard on that. It's not easy to put together with our, and with the sparse instrumentation going from a floor band to a smaller band, there's a lot of individual responsibility on some really difficult technical passages, and then also lining those up. It was definitely a stretch, and we worked very hard right up to the buzzer, I guess, and they did a great job. So we're really proud of them for that. Coffee, please. All right. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Our last number is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. We'd like to thank all of the band parents and orchestra parents who are out in the lobby helping out with refreshments and helping out with the students. Thank you, Ms. Phipps, our wonderful new elementary teacher and coordinator for helping out. She's been doing a great job with the youth band. Thank you, Dr. Best and Mr. Parsons, Ms. Kopp, Ms. Hardy in the office for all their hard work. All these people are really integral on a day-to-day basis to allow us to do what we do with the bands, having middle schoolers go to the high school, having combined rehearsals. Thank you to the teachers for letting kids come out of class. I say it every concert, but it's necessary to say every concert how much help we get from people to make this happen, because it doesn't just, once we do it once, it doesn't just keep going. It takes a continued effort from everyone, and it continues to get better, which is really great for Mr. Miller, Mrs. Piper, and I to have that kind of support so we can keep doing things here. So thank you very much for everyone's support. Thank you to the community for all of your support. We sold out the trees very fast this year. Thank you very much. We hope that you all have a wonderful holiday season, and we will see you next year. Thank you.